I don't know which camera to look at.
One of them.
All right.
Point.
Okay. So
look at this one.
Go for the GoPro. Go for the GoPro.
Go for the
Yeah,
GoPro.
go for the GoPro. That's the secondary.
Hey
Yeah.
baby.
Mark the angle, man. He's stepping up our game with this shit.
We're gonna have multi-angles.
Multi-angle, bruv. What? Come on. Not Autosportivo.
Yeah.
It's some Steven Spielberg spec going on here. Right.
Okay, right. Hey guys, welcome back to Autosportivo, and we are finishing off the year with a podcast, and we have a special guest back in the house, haven't we, guys?
It's about time you had someone famous on your podcast.
Oh, here we go.
Just give a mic, man.
Give me the mic, man.
Well, it's pointing at us.
Yeah.
And I can see it on the thing now.
I can see
good.
it's
He
working.
thinks he's famous now.
I'm famous now. I've got like a couple of subscribers.
Yeah.
Look what happened. Disappeared.
I know. Yeah.
Where did your failure bring you? Back to us.
Failure? You invited me back. You needed some celebrity clout on here.
He's lying. He's here every week. He's
You
always
needed
here.
some celebrity clout. It's all right, guys. You know, I'll bring you some subs.
How are you, Maxwell?
I'm good. It's been an interesting year.
It has been a crazy
It's been
year.
a wild
hasn't it?
year. It's been a roller coaster, but it's good, man. I mean, it's like all swings and roundabouts. Now I'm back on my own, doing my own channel.
Yeah. How's that going for you?
It's going good. It's going really good.
It is, isn't
It's
it?
going really good. It's like it's been unexpected because it wasn't really supposed to work.
Yeah.
It was like an idea. It was like bounce back. Let's do my own channel, then forget it. And I never really thought it would actually work. Like it was more just like, yeah, I'm gonna try this. If it gets a few views, I was thinking if I get 1,000 views by the end of the year, that'd be great.
No, it's doing.
And now I'm
really
on
well.
like 150 something.
Do you
thousand.
think that your subscribers from that other YouTube channel, which I won't mention, do you think they followed you over?
Quite a lot did, yeah. Quite a lot came over. I had a lot
How
of.
do you think they found you?
Do you know what? I don't know. I think it was just the nature of the video, and I don't know because it didn't mention.
Yeah.
I think it just got shared. I think a few people obviously they follow me on my socials. A lot of people follow me on my socials. So obviously the thumbnail came out, the video came out, and then I think word just spread. You know what the internet's like, and rumors spread, and then everyone just piled over to see what's going on.
I'm happy that video took off. That was really good, and I'm sure everyone on our channel has watched it because everyone knows that you started off from here, so they must have followed you over there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
That first video was really, really good.
Yeah, and it's just been going well from there. Literally, that video kind of kicked things off, and then it was like, actually, this is quite serious. Like, I'm getting a lot of clout from here, a lot of like followers, a lot of people want to see me. That was the main thing. I think the thing that drove me was the amount of people going, we want to see you doing more. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't sure whether it was going to be positively or negatively received.
No, that's good.
And it was so positively received, and people just were like, we want to see more of you, Maxwell. We want you to do this, we want you to do project. And it was like, that was when I was like, now I feel like I've got a responsibility to
keep it up
and deliver to people, you know. So I'm trying hard for the people, man. I'm trying to give the people what they want.
The issue with YouTubers is it's so saturated now.
It is
so saturated. It's very difficult to do individual content where it's different from everybody else's because everyone's done it.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Most things people have done it. Yeah. So you've got to do your own little spin on it. And that's the difficult. Once people have seen it once, they're like, I've already seen it. Why do I care? I'm not going to watch it again. It's like you have. Yeah, it's just.
Do you know what's good about us though? We didn't start this to be YouTubers. We just thought, get the camera, film us, let people see what Autosportivo do, have a laugh, and if they want to bring their cars to us, they can. So we didn't go out there doing that, did we? And like. Then Maxwell jumped on it when you were here. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We were just doing it for fun.
We did a good few videos, like the island video and stuff. Yeah,
safety and all
safety,
that.
Yeah.
We just done it for just fun, just so people can see.
Yeah, it's not talking. Ireland's long and done. We've discussed that. That's
What's
dead.
that?
Yeah, the island video.
What's dead?
The island video.
The coop in Ireland.
Yeah, that was an emotional day, man.
Yeah.
But that
was last year anyway.
Yeah.
I think the thing about YouTube is everything you do has been done. Everything. You can't do anything new, but I think nowadays it's more a personality thing.
I was going to say, if you've got the right personality, either individually or with...
Talking about personalities, last week when we filmed the Punto GT episode, he was miserable as anything.
Yeah, and he was saying, it's a crap video.
This is what
guys like me.
This is what I don't get. Every video that when we have talks in our group chat, I'm there going, lads, this video's going to be absolutely crap. And every video I say is crap. The video that was released
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Do you know what? Used to both said, it's boring. I'm never doing it again. No. Mate, the comments are mad. Like,
it's crazy.
This is great.
Like, we thought it was good. We're not journalists or anything like that. We're no like Jeremy Clarkson or anything like that. We're just like, well, we just go, well, I like this one because of this. I hate this one because of this. Like,
I do
just roll with it, not scripted.
With that video, first of all, I just want to clarify, JP. Yeah, I'm not jealous of your little fucking disco lights in your car. I'm not jealous of your disco lights.
He loves them.
And he turned around to me in the drive-through and goes, "Oh, shall I do it to the Peugeot?" No. Yeah, so that might happen.
Okay, so before we talk about plans for next year, let's highlight this year. I'll start with Dan. What's been your highlight of the year here? What's been the best memory moment that you could say, yeah, actually, what's been that?
Camera's still a bit twisted.
Here we go. Look.
JP, man.
He keeps touching the camera.
JP.
Stop touching up the camera.
James.
What's been the highlight of this year?
Yeah. Like a good moment, you think, oh wow.
A good moment. Okay, yeah.
Coming back here.
To be fair, yeah.
Original.
To be fair, yeah. That was one of the highlights, I suppose. But no, seeing the Uno leave and then getting a message from the customer saying they made it home safely and that I think that was good.
That was a big
that felt nice.
That was your highlight of the year.
Especially with all the hassle that went into that car.
Yeah.
And like all the problems we had. Yeah. And then to see it finally driving by itself, leaving with the customer, and then, I had a heart attack when they came back. But yeah, they got home.
Maxwell, what's been your highlight of the whole year? You've had a crazy year.
Yeah.
You moved. You left everyone in Bedford to move. So that's been like crazy.
Yeah, it's been, the year's been nuts. I mean, it's literally, I don't think anyone's ever had a year as mad as my year. I don't know. It's been a lot of highlights. There's been a lot of sort of downsides.
What's the one?
I genuinely think the highlight really has to have been my first video on my channel. I think so. I think that's like where it's made me realise that, you know what?
You're loved.
I'm loved, and I can do this. Like, I can do this. I don't need to lean on other people. I can do this. Obviously, we all need help along the way. You all need support. You all need people's expertise, and it's not only is it support as in people can offer you stuff. Sometimes it's just emotional, mental support. Sometimes people just believing in you or giving you compliments or say, it helps drive you, because it's very easy to say, you know what.
Also, don't look at that other channel as a negative. Look at it as a positive.
No, I learned so much. I mean, I'm grateful in some ways because I've learned a huge amount. I've learned a lot. And it's stuff that I can pass on.
I know you've been passing stuff on to us.
I've been passing on to you, yeah.
If you guys not noticed, we've got new thumbnails, and that's all thanks to Maxwell.
Yeah,
that's because we released him out. He come back with info, and now he's sharing it with us.
Just a little bit of, a little bit of espionage, isn't it? You put me in with the enemy, and. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, I've learned a lot. It's opened my eyes to a lot, and it's introduced me to a lot of really cool people, really cool, amazing people which surprised me, because the people that have been the most supportive have, for the most part, been people that I don't know that well. Really? People that I've met a couple of times, and they've really reached out and been like, Maxwell, if you need anything, we'll help you out. And it's been really amazing that some of the guys, Press On Automotive being one of them. I mean, Jay from Press On, just like this guy, I can't be thankful enough, for just making my stickers for my wall. You know what I mean? We've got some video plans in the process. A few other guys who are helping me in the background on my YouTube, and it's just the amount of support's been amazing. So I think that, like I say, starting my channel has been my highlight.
Okay, yeah. JP, what has been your highlight of the year?
He doesn't have highlights.
Waking up.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with Dan and say the Uno.
Really?
The reason being is because...
man, you guys have forgotten one big thing. Okay, go on.
I think because of it was a team effort to get that thing done.
Yeah,
we all worked together. We all had our part to get that car done.
Yeah, there was a lot of shared experience and knowledge on that car.
It was.
I'm interested now. What
I know what he's going to say.
Do you?
I know what you're going to say.
What are you going to say?
Bangers and cash.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what? My highlight.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
My highlight of the whole year is being asked to be being chosen to fix one of their cars for bangers and cash.
That is an achievement. I'm just disappointed in the lack of editing content. We
didn't get much airtime on that really, but
still, that to me, to have like my garage, something I created on television, and then all of us on there working on this car. Tony Loy's not here today, bless him. We'll talk about him in a minute. But for me, that was the highlight of the year.
Yeah, so it is a highlight, 100%. Like I've said I can't believe it's happened. But I think personally, like to you, it's bigger than it is for us. Yeah. But I agree. Yeah, I think it is one of the big highlights, 100%. But then we've had a few big highlights. We restored that Alpha. Mm-hmm. Like that was another car. I mean, we don't
really talk about that.
No. I mean, we can do if you want. I mean, we can go into that.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should.
Controversial stuff.
We should.
Why is this is a Christmas podcast? I don't see anybody being Christmassy.
We didn't go to be.
See, I have.
You're normally in your Christmas. We were expecting you in your Christmas red outfit.
Oh, well done.
Read that.
What does it say?
Gingers are for
life, not for Christmas.
Oh.
I need to get a picture of that. Right, okay.
Life.
So what we're gonna go into it? Are we gonna jump into
I think you should talk about it.
I want to go into it.
I think you should go into it. I think you should talk about it. We don't have to
Can
say
I
names.
Swear?
Yeah.
I might have already slipped a word.
Are you allowed to swear?
You can swear, just don't.
Avoid swearing too much.
Well,
just don't.
I hate that effing car. And I hate the people who own it too. Don't like them. I don't give a shit. It's my podcast, my place. I can say what I want. I think they're rude. And they were looking at me now thinking, "Oh my god, Ant."
No, right?
You're all going to agree. You're all going to
agree.
Well,
that car's been there. Since before I moved.
No.
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
It was, but it's gone
and
come back. Yeah, but it's been there since before.
It's come back. My fault. But it's come back just to have
I ain't going to mention
bleed,
names.
that's it.
But there's certain people in life who think they're bigger than others, and they belittle you, and they expect you to. Well, they expect shit for free, really, as well.
And there's certain channels in life that do that as well.
Yeah, that use people, and you know what? No.
Going off this topic a little bit. Do you find like when you ask for you get help for YouTube, like, as you were speaking about earlier on, that it's always the smaller channels that are more willing to help than the larger channels, giving you their experience and stuff like that.
Channels or businesses? You mean?
Businesses.
Businesses / channels, both. Yeah. So we're in the YouTube world. Do you find you get more help from the smaller channels or the bigger channels?
Well, it depends. Cause obviously,
are they more forthcoming?
It depends. Obviously, generally speaking, smaller channels want to work with bigger channels. So if you're a big channel, any small channel is going to work.
Yeah, of course.
But I think when it comes to actually businesses that support, like companies offering out help or want to jump in on collaborations, definitely the smaller businesses. Definitely, the smaller businesses are more inclined to be helpful. They're more inclined, and I guess business is business. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's surprising because they're putting up so much more. Like if you go to a small backstreet coilover company, for example, over a bigger coilover company, they to give you a set of coilovers or even give towards a project. It's a lot more for them. It's a lot more overhead. It's a lot more outlay. Whereas a big company can be like, take that. It's fine. But at the end of the day, you can't, in this world, you can't expect things. You have to kind of ask, and if you're giving it, you're giving it. If you're not giving it, you got to just accept it and move on. I don't think it's a good habit to be resentful with people or companies say no or whatever. You just got to be like, all right, cool. You can keep bugging company. I mean, I've been bugging AEC for ages because they got that T-Rex truck that I drove for a weekend and I fell in love with that. And I've been bugging them, and I hope they see. I'm going to tag them in this because I've been bugging them for months now. Listen, let me borrow a T-Rex. I want to do a video on a T-Rex, and I want to work with them.
I bugged Lamborghini Wines and they agreed.
They gave you a wine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep bugging them every week. I keep sending them my video links, and they do see them and they do reply sometimes.
Yeah.
So
what are you going to say, Dan?
Just out of curiosity, JP. What's that got to do with the Alpha?
I was about to say, can we get back to the Alpha?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Because you're saying about larger people and stuff like.
Yeah. Okay. So and with the Alpha.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it was the owner of the car. It was the people that think they own it.
The person that thinks he owns it.
Yeah, that person that thinks he owns it.
Doesn't put his hand in his pocket.
No, and he's had problems with it from day dot.
Yeah.
You know, from storing the engine with a cracked sump
Yeah.
to get all the rust and stuff like that in there, and
Yeah.
like just no care taken. It was all taken apart. Nothing was labelled.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've lost the footage of the interior going back in, but bloody hell, we were searching for ages for nuts and bolts and trying to figure out where stuff went, and like you're painting the car. You didn't need to necessarily take out everything. I get they were doing welding and stuff like that as well. I was going to say,
there's a fair bit of welding, especially around the window side of it.
Sorry about that.
Oh. Come on, man.
Yeah, it says there's my diet.
He's the guy in the cinema that leaves his phone on loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, let me just take this.
You're the one that advert's about.
Do you know what's funny?
Turn your phones off.
No, my phone is on silent, but that's for my diet thing. Which is going very well, thank you, JP. How's your diet going?
It's going well.
Yeah, I can tell.
You still got man boobs?
Oh, they're
I
going
didn't
down.
want that car back in.
Anyway.
No, I know.
But Dan is the manager and he's the main mechanic.
Yeah, I chose to do it.
So if it goes wrong,
and it has gone wrong. It has gone wrong.
It's down to him.
It has, and I have fixed it. You know, we snapped a carrier bolt.
Cool.
So no, not even a carrier, but they're Brembo style calipers on it. It snapped one of them off, and then the reason why that snapped is because I couldn't get the bleed nipple off, and then it snapped that as well.
Of course it did, yeah.
So the owner of the car has taken it to get it refurbed, which is the better thing to do, because all the other calipers are perfect. Like
it was only supposed to be here a day.
It was, and genuinely, if that had not snapped, it would have been fine.
Has the wiring all been done on that now?
No.
No, but that's not down to us. We were asked to bleed the clutch and
bleed the brakes.
Bleed the brakes.
And now it's here 2 weeks free.
Yeah.
It still needs a
taking up
wiring. It needs carb stuff. It needs all sorts. But
I think this is an example of where you have to be careful how much you offer as favors and how much you offer in terms of like help. Like you got there's a fine line between business and friends in the business industry, and I think you have to be careful. It's so easy. Because it's happened to you a couple of times where you've offered help, you've offered to get involved in something, and it's just become
a nightmare.
Yeah,
we've had it a few times, haven't we? Where we've done things for people. And
sometimes I think you just got to be very clear. I think
there's a lot of people that take your kindness as a weakness.
Oh, absolutely, people will. That's the thing I've learned, and especially from being in the last company I was working for, that they will take the piss.
They took the piss out of me.
They will take the piss if you don't put your foot down. Like they will take the piss.
They took the piss out of me.
And I see why like larger companies and larger YouTube channels can be slightly, I say, ignorant because of they've probably gone through the same things like we have. Like people absolutely taking.
I don't know. I think there's a certain attitudes in it, because if you're it's who you are. If you're a person that's got a good caring attitude, you're just not naturally a piss taker. Do you know what I mean? But these people, they will just push and push and push and push, and it's just like with this car. It pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed to the point where it's just become a headache now. It's a complete loss in every sense of the word. It's a complete loss of a job,
and then you lose passion in it as well.
Yeah,
we enjoyed putting the interior in when it was all like fresh and stuff like that. We had a really good time putting it in, but as the jobs went on and people weren't paying and like things weren't getting done, or they'd been done badly in the first place, and we've had to repair it. That's where it starts becoming a headache.
There seems to be a lot.
How come? Yeah.
A lot of like look at the Uno as well.
What?
There is a lot of people that claim.
Go on.
How do you word it?
Go on, we've got all day.
Shut up.
It's alright. It's okay. Take time.
Take time.
It's alright. Give him a second. Give him a minute.
5 minutes.
Go on. I'm intrigued what you got to say.
How does someone put a head gasket on upside down?
Well, yeah, there is that.
And call themselves an engine builder.
I say people who claim to know what they're doing and stuff like that. Like, end of the day, like it is normal not to know everything because you've got to grow.
We're all learning.
Part of growth. If you know everything, you can't grow and you're just stuck in this limbo. But some of the mistakes and some of the things we've seen are just, I'm sorry, damn right stupid.
Diabolical, isn't it?
It's diabolical. Like how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Like you said about the head gasket.
Now,
do you not
to be
check
fair,
do you not check?
when we pulled it off, I said
no
it looks like the wrong head gasket. Definitely, I mean, it definitely looked like it, and the reason why that was because it was backwards.
Yeah.
So it looked wrong to me, but actually it was right, but just the wrong way up.
Should have just flipped it around and just tightened it up.
Well, I didn't think about it. I thought, yeah, true, true. But the dowels, like that's something that you really should have on heads, especially because tightening down the box is all good, but there's vibrations, there's movements in it, which is why Focus RSs and stuff like that, their engines blow because their cylinders vibrate and go through the head gaskets. So having a dowel in there is like one of the most important parts of putting the header back on. It's like, I can't believe it was done like that. So
everyone's traumatized by this Uno.
Yeah, we are. But that's what makes it a highlight for me. Is because we finished it and we did all that.
We've got another one now. Punto GT. We'll be back soon.
Yeah, but it's okay because we've got Punto GT, miserable ass king.
Yeah, we have. Punto GT King.
Told you. You can.
And it's amazing. Actually, speaking about the Punto King, I had someone message me on Instagram not long ago actually with a Punto GT. Absolutely, I mean it's showroom quality, like it's absolutely mint, right? And he was looking to sell it. He's over in Ireland, and he was looking for $8,000 for it, right? And at the time, perfect. Like this car, honestly, it's immaculate.
Is his name John?
No. And he messaged me again last weekend, saying that he had a bit of a problem with it, and this is where I messaged you. I messaged you asking if they were interference engines, which they are. So if it has skip time, it's likely there's bent valves and find another head. Apparently, it's been skimmed too many times.
There's a mark of it.
So apparently it's been skimmed too many times.
So it can't be skimmed anymore.
He's now selling the car for $6,000, I think, which I still think is a bit overpriced. But
we've got to try and find a head, and the heads on them always crack between the valves.
Heads are hen's teeth.
Yep.
Like you're not going to find one. It's like one of those things. But it's your video, like with you saying Punto King in the Uno and stuff like that, and that's what's triggered people to contact us and like.
It's nuts. The amount of, do you know what, guys? Thank you, everybody. Like the amount of emails and telephone calls. I get telephone calls now. Oh, is that the guy off YouTube?
Yeah. I had
sometimes,
one the other day.
I sorry about this. Yeah, I think I've done it yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, he's me.
Good afternoon, JT.
If someone comes up to me and goes, "You're a fucking arsehole," it's because you spoke to someone like shit and claimed that you were me.
I would never talk to anyone like shit. Sometimes I say, yeah, it's JP.
For God's sake.
Yeah, there's been a few times I've heard it do that. I was sat here doing something and I was having a little giggle to myself. Like, it's funny.
I remember when you lost it with some delivery guy outside, and he goes, "Where's your boss?" And you put it at me.
Do you remember?
He's the owner. I'm like, yeah, I'm the owner.
As well. The amount of times when you're a boss. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Right, okay. Next question I've got for everybody.
Go ahead.
What's your plans for next year? Have you got anything in the pipeline, and what's your plans?
I'm waiting for another YouTube channel to say, "Do you want to work with me?" I think it's my turn, isn't it now? Go explore the grass on that other side of the fence.
God. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah.
No, go on.
I think they need an editor over there.
Yeah. What's your plans, goals for next year? What would you like to see us do next year?
Something different.
Yeah.
Just something different.
Okay, something different. Dan?
Well, just like,
moving on.
Build, I would like us to have a car that we build over time.
Okay.
A long-term project.
A long-term project.
Maybe we should try a
powerful.
Bravo.
I'm someone who likes power, so I'm going to say even if we make a freaking high-powered coupe. Or,
what about a Bravo HGT with a 25 turbo?
Well, we are the best at coupes in the country.
No, because we had that and Am decided to sell it when I was halfway through it. Let's move on from that one.
Maxwell, what's your plans for next year? Have you got anything in the pipeline?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
A road trip with us?
I definitely want to do a road trip. I'm going to do an Italy road trip next year.
Maybe we should do it all together.
I will happily do it together with you guys. I want to do...
Get some bangers.
I'm going to... Not in bangers. I don't want to do it in bangers. I want to do it in an actual car.
Wow, it looks like we're putting some Ferrari miles
I really like. Ferrari miles.
I
want to do it.
We'll just unplug the speed sensor. It'll be all right.
Edit that bit out.
I want to do it in Alfa Romeo 4C. So I need to find a company that's going to lend me an Alfa Romeo 4C.
I know. I can find 4C. I was going to say he's got a Stelvio.
No, I need 4C. It has to be 4C. That's like my bucket list. Drive to Italy, through the hills, through the mountains in a 4C. But that's just...
You got the 8C, haven't you? What about that?
No, you can't get
one
of those.
I've just changed...
You're more likely to win the lottery, mate.
I think I've just changed my highlight of the year.
Yeah.
I got to drive a McLaren LT.
Oh,
600
yeah.
LT.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, I nearly cried.
Yeah.
It's one of That's one of my cars that
I've been in the boot.
I've been 720. I've been in the boot. Well, the front.
Yeah.
The front.
No, that's one of my. Sorry, I just thought about that. Yeah, that would probably be one of my highlights as well. Actually, can't believe I got to try that.
We have got some big plans next year, haven't we?
Next year, yeah.
We've just sealed a deal on something, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Well, we kind of expanded a little bit this year. Well, we've just expanded again.
Yeah.
And the unit next door, the big, massive lorry truck one, the truck one with a massive yard, has become available.
Yeah.
And we have secured it. And we have got people that we're putting in there so we can expand what we do and offer different services. I'm not going to blast it all now.
I think now you said that.
Yeah.
I think I get like a really old Italian car or something, like a barn find. Like if it needs welding, don't worry about welding anymore. You could have the welder guy.
We never used to worry about welding anyway.
Well, no, but now it's next door. You could push
polyfiller, yeah.
Underseal.
Fiberglass, polyfiller, and a bit of underseal.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. Remember?
Paper mache.
If Giuseppe's watching this.
Use the what's it called?
But you could literally
Dave. Is it Dave, is it?
Goes by the name, likes to call himself Giuseppe.
Yeah.
But
it's Dave.
Your name's Dave.
We've gone about this before.
Oh, God, I didn't...
We're going off topic.
Just a little bit quickly. One of his fellowship men were hating on me on TikTok.
Fellowship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sent it in our group chat.
Was that recently?
Yeah. He was hating on me, trying to cuss me in TikTok. He's an old man. So I just replied back, can someone please tell their dad
to
get off TikTok, please? And I just said, you're too old to be on this hating. Why? Why have people got to hate? Just go away.
Do you know what? I've learned that in this scene, especially social media, people just hate on anything. It's like it's actually crazy. Like I'm actually surprised how little hate I've had since in the last company and in my YouTube channel. I've had very, very little hate. There's always some, but very, very little. But you know when you just watch and you see, like, I watch other channels and stuff, and even when the whole claw hammer malarkey, like, we got rinsed for using a claw hammer to bash rust out of a... It was the first hammer who cares what hammer you use? Like, come on, guys. And then, like, I watch...
they hate that, because I've taken the piss out of that as well.
Now I use the claw hammer for banter.
Yeah.
But it's like the hate is crazy. People need to chill out on the hate. Just don't watch. If you don't like something,
go away.
Don't watch it.
Or just keep your mouth shut. Because we don't really care.
Watch something you do like.
Like it doesn't affect me. Like that whole putting the nut back thing. Every time I put a suspension bolt now, I shout nut back, dude. Because someone on the comment said, "Oh, everyone knows you put it nut back, mate. It doesn't matter as long as it's bolted, it's done." Yeah.
So I'm getting all this hate from this guy. He's like nearly 60 years old. That's like my dad's age.
That's all right.
I'm like, Dad, what are you doing on TikTok? And Dad, why are you hating on someone half your age?
Yeah.
Can I tell everyone a secret? Can I tell the whole world a secret?
I think it won't be a secret then, though. Are you sure about that?
Well, it's a secret now.
Okay, but it's not going to.
It's not going to be a secret, and I don't want it to be a secret. It seems like it's a secret right now, and it needs to not be. You have a choice. The internet is so vast, right? You can watch anything you want about anything in the world. Why are you watching and commenting on something you don't like? Just watch something you like. I don't watch Coronation Street because I don't like Coronation Street. I don't message in going, Coronation Street's really rubbish. It's not realistic. Like, I watch something I like. Like, there's the power of options is crazy. Like, why are people? Who's got the energy for this? Like, calm down, people. Watch what you like. Enjoy life.
Why do I feel like this freaking podcast has turned into a venting?
It is. It's become a self-help session. We're all here.
It's like, to get off our chest for the whole year.
That's like, okay, if we're venting.
Yeah,
right.
Here we go.
Middle lane freaking hoggers. I will say it again. This morning.
Is that why you were late?
And it's electric, right? And it's electric cars and freaking Range Rovers who think they're entitled and can sit in the fast lane and not move over. Move! Right, there we go. Next.
See the steam coming.
So this is what we were talking about JP and his moods.
Yeah,
he tends to sort of go up and down.
He does.
It's all
right. No, he's calmed down now. He's not as ready as he was.
Late at night, if I'm driving back, say from here, the amount of cars are in the middle lane and the fast lane when the first lane's empty. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm literally overtaking absolutely everybody in the slow lane. Yeah. I'm not even driving fast. Yeah. And they're all looking at you like you're doing something wrong. Why am I undertaking you? Why are you not in the lane that I'm in? You're not
I don't
overtaking anybody. I don't get it.
I don't care anymore about anything.
No,
I've given
do
up
I.
on caring. Like, if people do stupid stuff on the road, I'm just like, yeah, crack on.
There's a lot of people that.
I'm so passive now.
Back on topic then, right?
What was the topic?
What am I looking forward to in 25?
Yeah.
Track days.
We need to do track days.
Well, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
We are. Oh, has it stopped recording?
That one still goes. Carry on.
Okay. We are going to be doing track days next year.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm not in a bath though.
No. Right, and that brings me back to the video again. A Bath is not a track car. The Punto is more of a track car. End of. Right,
we agree with this. So, as I said, after driving the Bath and then being in your car and stuff like that. Yeah,
Oh no!
JP!
It's alright, we've got backup camera.
JP!
That's alright, cue on the other camera. Keep carrying.
That wouldn't have happened if certain people...
If James was here.
If James was here. If James was still alive.
Oh dear.
R.I.P. James, man.
No, so we definitely are doing track days next year. We've got Bedford just down the road from us, so it just seems silly not to be using it all the time.
It's on a doorstep. And funny you should say that, because I have a company...
So, hang on a second, this is interesting.
Are you...
Watching a baboon.
It's not sticking anymore.
It's not sticking anymore.
And he's just like scratching his armpit like an orangutan.
JP,
man, what have you done to it?
Broken.
No, it's gone. That's it.
Oh no.
Dear.
Oh no.
We're going to have to put
You've
pause.
got the other camera there.
Right.
Carry on.
What I was saying was, talking
company.
about track days, there's a company who have agreed to partner with me on a couple of things in the new year, and they sponsor the British Rally Championship.
Okay.
And they have a few track spec Renault Clios and stuff they've built.
Oh,
and
which ones? The RS200s?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know the full details. But we are in talks. It's nothing 100% yet, but we're in talks of them letting me do some track stuff in that car. So I might be able to convince them to bring it to Bedford Autodrome. And that is a full-on racing car. And maybe we could all... I'll speak to them anyway. The conversation's ongoing, but maybe we can actually get some real racing cars.
Yeah.
On the track, which would be
Fixed it.
insane. We're back in the game.
Shall we just quickly let everyone know about Tony Lawyer, because he couldn't be with us today?
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
Unfortunately,
Mr. Tony.
Tony Lawyer is he's the granddad of the garage, isn't he? He's like the father figure.
The Godfather.
One
would say he's the Godfather.
He's the Godfather. He'll like that.
Of Autosportivo.
Of Autosportivo.
He's Terry Tibbs.
And unfortunately, sadly, he lost his wife this year, Camilla. And then shortly after that, he had a heart attack. However, we nearly lost him, but he's fighting fit and he's doing really, really well. Tony, we miss you. Yeah. We wanted you here today. And get well soon, buddy, because we want you back in that workshop. Because
we need those floors cleaned, man. Come on.
Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know what's going to happen to your coupe if you do go?
I'm sure he'll want to come in and get some free stuff for his coupe.
If he did pass away, I did have plans to break his coupe.
Don't. He'll have another heart attack.
I love him and his coupe.
Stop. No.
Can't get rid of old Tony.
He's a fighter and a half, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Proper fighter.
Get well, Tony, and hurry up.
I think if anyone's had a shit year, it's definitely him.
Yeah, he's probably
100%.
He's up there.
Yeah, he's not had a good...
But he's a fighter, old Tone, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't go down without a fight. So
he's got this place.
He's got this place, yeah.
I haven't even told him the good news yet.
And he gets free
that
parts.
we're expanding.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Tony comes into
Tony, did you hear that?
We're expanding again.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what parts there might be over there to fit to your car? Can you imagine? There might be stickers and lights and everything.
Yeah, he always goes home with something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I found a can of yellow spray paint he can use.
Oh, God. Don't get him started. He comes here every time he comes here. Or he comes in with a random bit and goes, "Oh, do you mind just
slapping that on?"
What was it? It was the...
Oh my God, the inlet manifold.
The inlet manifold. Do you mind just quickly popping on this whole inlet manifold?
It was just a cam belt.
Oh,
and then he was like,
God.
"Oh, while you're there, can you just put this whole inlet manifold on a coupe?"
You're the worst kind of customer, Tony. You're the worst kind of customer. You mind just bagging it? That was a nightmare. I remember that day. That was a long day.
Yeah.
That was a long...
Oh my God, bless him.
We love it, Tone. We don't mind. Because it's you.
Yeah, because it's you,
Because it's you, Tone.
So going back to questions.
Yeah.
There was a question on our latest video of what do we think of like the electric R bath?
Oh,
Crap!
Well, actually, they're really fast. They are really fast, but they don't make any noise. And
they top out at like 110.
Yeah, I know, but with that kind of car, it's a city car, isn't it? Like they've been made to zip around a city quickly.
Yeah, but they top out at 110.
Yeah, I know, but you're not supposed to be doing 110 in the UK anyway.
Yeah, but they top out at 110.
That's kilometres an hour.
That's so slow.
I still would.
My Kadjar's faster than that.
I would love though, if I had money to do this, I'd have to buy one and put a T-Jet in it.
Yeah, man. Because they do look cool, don't they?
I like the look of them.
They do.
And the interior look nice.
They look like someone got the dimensions a bit wrong.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, they look like a Play-Doh version of an actual...
A bath.
Yeah, they look like a Fisher-Price
They
version
look...
of a...
Oh, for God's sake.
JP, man.
JP.
I've given up with this camera.
Number one.
Bullshit
cameraman.
Nah, come on. Put it back up and breathe on it.
Breathe on it, go on. Your breath will make it stick.
Nah, do the licking stick.
Hear me.
These guys.
And you have a list. What's next? While he's babooning that thing on.
Again.
Good thing we did.
No, worst project we have taken on has How's Tony a Lawyer, car market, best moment of the year. I put magazine features. We were in YouTube hit 20k.
Yeah, so was that a highlight for you as well? The hitting the 20k mark.
You've been trying to hit that for time.
Yeah, what happened with that was it was near 20k for ages and just was not going over 20k.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it goes up and down and up and down.
And then now we've gone over 20k.
Yeah.
It's bloody gone even further up really quick.
That's the snowball. That's
weird.
The snowball effect. So the more people are watching it, the more YouTube's gonna sort of put it.
I still don't understand why people want to watch us. I
think now that you've refined a few bits with the videos as well, it's making a difference. People will watch more, and you'll get more new customers in.
Well, JP's the only difference, really.
JP,
what?
You're the only difference. Since it's been going up, you're the only thing that's changed. You're videoing it. You're editing it.
Have you ever gone back to the beginning and watched some of the videos, like the Yellow Pinto GT?
I watched a little bit before.
It's like bloody hell.
Yeah, no, as I said from the start, like I'm petrified of being on camera.
Do you remember?
If you look at my social,
we were acting.
But back in the day, I did not like my photo being taken. Anything, hated it.
It was acting back then.
I mean, we still hate it. But
we are actors. That's what we are. We are actors. We're not mechanics.
I don't act.
But I want to ask the audience: do they actually want us to continue doing the reviews?
Oh, please no. I'm not.
Like it was tragic.
Oh, hold up a second. Someone's broken into the garage.
Huh?
Someone's broken in the garage.
Oh.
Here he is.
You might as well come in. We'll introduce you to Ollie.
Yeah,
Ollie, come in.
Ollie, come in.
You're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear.
We're live in the Big Brother
Everybody,
house.
this is the newest member.
I don't think he's in
he's
shot.
Not in shot.
He's not in shot.
Get in shot and say hello.
Get in front of that camera.
Hello, everybody.
This is Ollie.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know, wherever.
Just get out of the way.
And,
I'm not in shot.
No, he's not in shot. He's not in shot.
And Ollie is just moved in next door, and he will be doing any makes and models. So now we can
multi-franchise.
Yeah.
We do any makes and models now.
Do we?
Yeah, that's what our advert said.
Yeah.
So you can give Ollie all the money.
Oh my
God.
His camera.
I'll give up.
This camera.
Which camera we want?
Both.
Well, 1.5 now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's broken. It's broken.
Is it broke?
No.
Nah, it's just JP's just not very good at doing it. That's all.
Your glass also just isn't clean enough, mate.
No, I don't think you lick and stick it.
Ooh, innit? Ooh.
You didn't lick and stick it.
What colour's your glass?
Oh dear. Right, so while the boss is away,
the cats will play.
So, dear, where were we?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't really mind, to be honest with you.
We were discussing
Maxwell.
Yes.
Nothing. No. Seriously. You were talking earlier about companies and stuff like that, like small businesses and stuff. Your videos have been with some absolutely mental companies, like the Ford guys.
Yes,
That looks like a dream workshop, right?
Yeah.
Like everything Ford. And then you went to that guy
Pole
that
Position.
sells sports cars.
Oh yeah, JS.
That's cool
cars.
as well.
Yeah.
All the cars
He's cool. Yeah, absolutely. I see him every day. He's near my unit.
Have you got any bigger companies like that, motorsport orientated?
Yeah. So the company a company that I'm talking to at the moment. There's a few. So I'm talking to Lanogard at the moment about doing some stuff with them.
Question about Lanogard.
Go for it.
It stinks.
I know it stinks.
Stink.
I know it smells, right? But is it really made out of lamb's piss?
No.
That's what I tell
It's not.
The smell suggests it does.
It's not. It's not lamb's piss.
It's the oil in there.
It's something to do with the oil in their fur. I'm gonna find out when I do the episode.
Yeah.
Tune into my episode when
it literally smells like a barn.
It does smell like a barn.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because it really confused me. Like someone said, "Oh, it's made out of lamb's piss."
No,
No, it can't.
It's not made out of lamb's piss.
It can't be.
It's to do with the oils in their fur.
Right. Okay.
So
cool.
it's something like. But I'll find out on my episode. I'm gonna do an episode with them in the new year.
So that's quite a big company.
Yeah, and that the company I was telling you about with the racing car, the BTCC.
Yeah.
So that's Pro Bike Brakes.
Okay.
And their main umbrella company, they want to work with me, so that's a big one that's coming up, hopefully. Who else? I should be doing some stuff with Auto Alex, not a company, but YouTuber. Auto Alex, we've been in discussion for a while. It's that time of year, everyone's busy, but I want to definitely touch base with Auto Alex, do some stuff with him. There's quite a few in I've spoken to, quite a few on the horizon. Funk Motorsport, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I spoke to them. They're happy to do an episode. So again, that's something.
You had funk stuff, haven't you? You've had the
I had the turbo blanket, but where it's so close to my slam panel, it cut through it.
Yeah,
cut through.
So they're a company that have agreed to do some stuff with me. So there's a few. There's like I've got literally a massive list. Jesus.
Oh right.
God.
Oh my God, JP.
So-
That's not,
really.
that was that healthy egg ad.
I
this
Oh,
morning.
God.
care, man.
This
God.
is why I left.
That.
No, this is
coming through.
this is why he's come back.
You missed your farts. Is that what
Oh
you're
my
saying?
God.
Wow.
Jesus.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, there's quite a few I'm in discussions with at the moment.
Yeah,
There's a whole list of companies I'm talking to, and it's just getting everything over the line. But you know what, I'll just live with it. Yeah, it's just getting over the line, you know, and booking stuff in. It's very difficult. Everyone's busy. But yeah, there's a lot, and there's a lot more coming in. I've reached out to a lot that I'm still waiting to hear back from. So it's a constant process. I don't care who the company is, whether they're small or big. If they've got something interesting,
Well, actually, my fabricator, Rich at RCF, not the Rich that everyone seems to think he is, the good one. He has a Chevy Chevette with a MX-5 turbo engine in it.
Oh, sick.
And I think, I was going to put you in contact with him. I mean, there's plans in place that make it maybe a little bit easier for you to come and film with him, hopefully. He does like all fabrications, makes exhausts and stuff like that for everything.
Yeah.
He'd take you out in that, because that thing is fucking fast.
I mean, I'm down. Like, literally,
That's
I'm
good, man.
happy to work with anyone. As I don't know if you saw my video with the Cobra.
Yeah.
The guy that built Cobra 11 years.
Yeah.
He's working on that in his home garage, you know, and it's so
really,
well
really
done.
nice.
It's unbelievable. But yeah,
The
like
attention to detail on that car is...
it's insane. And for someone who's not a mechanic, yeah, he's a computer
Well,
guy.
I mean, that's JP, you know? JP does not...
He's an
not a
actor.
mechanic. Yeah, he's an actor, yeah.
Jack of all trades, apparently.
He acts like a mechanic.
He's really good at acting like a mechanic. But yeah, so yeah, I'm down with working people.
Yeah.
Put people in touch, and anyone who wants to. Well, if someone's got something interesting, genuinely interesting, you know that people.
You want a Viper, don't you?
I want a Viper.
The
Yeah,
V10.
that's one of those cars. It's on my sort of Meet Your Heroes cars. You know that I want to drive, and I want to just experience a Viper. I don't have to drive it mad. I just want to go out in one and experience. I've seen loads of Vipers recently. I don't know what's going on. But I was at Cafe in the Machine the other day, and there was one, and then I saw Adam C had his one at the other event a little while ago, and I've seen about 3 or 4 Vipers in the last couple of months, which is weird. But yeah, I definitely want to go in a Viper.
Yeah.
So speak about what is the affordable, shall we say, car that you dream and want? Say, not a supercar, not anything like that. Like for me, R30. We all know I want an R34 GTR.
That is supercar money though.
Yeah, they're $100,000 plus now.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, but it's not a
150,
supercar.
yeah.
I know it's expensive, but I'm about a super like a Lamborghini or Ferrari.
Okay.
Like, unless it's like a really old, like.
So a dream car.
Yeah.
An attainable dream.
An
Yeah.
attainable dream car.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it is the 4C.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree
they're
with
not
that.
crazy
That's cool.
money. They're like 60, 70 grand.
Yeah.
And it is like, it's beautiful.
They're super light.
They're
They're quite quick for their engine size, but that's because of the weight.
And they're economical. And they're just beautiful to look at. I don't think pictures doesn't do that car justice.
Nah, if
I feel in
you
love-
actually look at the details on it, it's all carbon fibre.
Gorgeous.
Everything in it's carbon fibre.
I fell in love with one when I first saw it on pictures. And then I fell in love with it all over again when I saw one in person. I was wow, how nice is this?
I was lucky enough when I worked at Artec to actually drive a couple of them because we had the Alpha dealer just over the other side of the fence. So we used to get a lot of their cars in for like wheel refurbs and all sorts.
Yeah.
And they are incredible. Like you don't feel like you're in something with such a small engine. It feels a lot quicker.
Yeah,
they're great cars.
I definitely as I say, that's the car I want to do an Italy road trip in if I can make it happen. I need to shout out to a few of the dealerships, maybe Motorvogue. I know they had a few over there at some point. I don't know if they still do. If anyone knows anyone who's got one or anywhere that might want to lend me one, I mean, it's a big ask, but you know,
it is for that distance.
It's a big ask, but
it's a supercar. You're gonna put mileage on.
If you don't ask, you don't get. You know, it's. I would love to do a road trip in one of them.
That would be your attainable dream car?
I think so. Yeah. It's
Okay. Well, they're 1.8 turbos, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that.
They're 1.7. 1.7 turbo.
It's that 1.750 engine, isn't it? Oh yeah.
It's basically like a. I think it's
the same engine that's in the what is that one there? Giulietta.
Yeah,
in the Giulietta Cloverleaf.
Yeah. But yeah, they're a cool.
Because of my R-Bath, I'm using the coil packs from a 4C.
Exactly, yeah, because they're higher power. They output more. They have got a harder spark. So, what's yours?
You said R34. Skyline R34.
Attainable.
I don't think they're attainable.
I don't think they are anymore, man. They're rare as rocking horse shit, and they're expensive.
They're expensive. Maybe I would love
an old Nissan.
Yeah, but look,
no, I get it.
The R34 still looks better than a lot of.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. It's an incredible car, but they're 150 grand if you want a good one, right? And
it might have to be a GTT.
You're gonna drive it and be like, this is an old Nissan. It's like when I drove the Evo. When I was driving the Evo, the Drive Tribe Evo, like, it's a great car.
Who?
It's a great car. I don't know, some random company. It's a great car, tuned by pole position, pushing out mega power. But would I pay the money for one? It's still an old Mitsubishi.
Do you know what?
It feels like an old Mitsubishi.
And they shot up in value over the last 2 or 3 years.
It doesn't hit. I would be fuming if I paid that sort of money for it. As good as it is, don't get me wrong, iconic, beautiful, everything about it is great. But it's an old Mitsubishi, and it feels like an old Mitsubishi. It doesn't feel refined like a new car. And if you spend 150 grand on a new car,
you get a lot of car.
You get a lot of car for your money. You know, you're getting working aircon. You're getting comfortable.
There is that.
The question is, but you answer. What's your?
Yeah, what's yours?
My attainable. I don't have a car. I never have had a car that I want. Like one.
Have you not had a car where you've or like on Gran Turismo that you would normally just go for?
Well, no, because I build them.
Yeah.
So, like, if I had 100 grand or 30, or how much do you say they were?
What's that?
60, 70
It's about 60, 70
grand. Mate, I could build a weapon of a car.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, that's what I think. That's what WR Bath is like. I want a car that doesn't. Not supposed to be fast, but is fast. I understand.
I would do a build that I would want. Like I'd have to make my car.
Yeah.
Like I'd build a Civic, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think attainable cars. What I would own. There isn't much out there that I sort of look at and go, wow, I really like one of them. Like I get it. I look at them and I'm like, wow. Like driving that McLaren, I loved it. I love them.
Yeah.
You know, that is a hero car. That's one of the cars I've always wanted to drive.
Yeah.
But like you see it in London, Ferraris.
They're not special anymore.
No, they're not.
They're not special.
They're not. And I don't care. Oh wow, you got a Ferrari. It's like if I had that money, I'd have built a weapon of a car.
Yeah.
You ain't keeping up with
I agree. No, I'm saying
I think you know what though. I think it's weird. So you drive something, it's different because like that. The best car I've driven all year, hands down, was the TRX.
Yeah.
And I would never look at that car and go, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It was so much jokes. Like to have that sort of 700 horsepower with launch control in a truck that comes up to my chest. It's just everything about it doesn't need to exist.
Yeah.
It shouldn't exist.
It's a wild car.
Pointless.
It's a wild car.
6-point-something litre supercharged V8 petrol.
Yeah.
It takes so much fuel. It does 10 miles a gallon cruising. It takes so much fuel that when you go to the petrol station to fill up, it clicks halfway, you have to go in and pay to finish filling up because you hit the limit.
Do you need a step ladder? Do you need a step ladder to reach the fuel?
Oh, honestly. I took my mum out in it, she nearly fell out. The TRX. But that's a car that I love. Like I fell in love with it. I literally drove it and I was like, I would have never thought I would like this car. I fell in love with it and I would love one. Like
so, and this is probably a silly question. I don't know your answer, right? Because you've already got it.
Yeah.
But we were talking about attainable dream cars.
Yeah.
Right. Yours obviously is the Integrale.
Yeah.
So but that's not
what car of
no, not anymore, but it was. And he got it. That's how he owns it.
Yeah.
Right. So like, is there a car now that you've got the Integrale? Is there anything that you look at and go, oh, I quite like one of them that's attainable? So we're talking like not GTR.
Under 100 grand.
Under 100 grand.
Yeah.
Technically even under 70 grand, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There is, and it's not even Italian.
Good.
It's a Mitsubishi Evo.
You want an Evo?
What, the same one that
you had bought here?
I was just saying that car. I was just saying I drove that car quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic in every way, but it's still an old Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel when you're driving it, although it is cool.
Yeah.
If I spent like, that car's now 50, 60 grand deep, right? Or say 50 grand in on that car.
Who would want to spend that much
money? That's
a
lot of money for an old. It feels like, the Subaru. Yeah. It feels exactly the same. Like in terms of the interior is exactly the same. You can tell they're built the same.
Like the
in terms of like the materials, and it feels the same. Like if you sat in a Subaru and sat in an Evo, they're very similar feel. They drive different. The Evo's more pointy, way more unreliable, way more expensive to keep running, but it doesn't feel 50 grand. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like getting I was saying to get an R34 GTR. It's still an old Nissan. You're going to get in it. It's going to be a GTR to anyone who gives a shit.
But it's an
old Nissan. And it's so much money for an old car. If you could find a barn find, boom. If you could find a restoration project. Yeah.
I've had a lot of cars, a lot. But that's one car that's on my list that I just like to own.
They are cool. But it's a money pit though. Okay. Big money. If you think Subaru's a DOS.
Ant's other one's a black Ep3 Type R Premier Edition with low miles and mint.
See, though, I've had one. So would I choose one of them over something I'm not?
You're going to need it for the track for next year.
But you know what? They've gone up in stupid value now. I don't want to go spend 10 grand on a EP3 when back in the day I paid 2.5.
And that's what I'm saying. It's an old Honda.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Yeah, they're brilliant. I love them.
They're great.
I couldn't justify spending that kind of money.
That's the problem.
Now.
It's an old Honda.
Especially
it's still an old
when I paid
Honda.
2.5 for one with 80,000 on the clock.
The question is now we're going about it's an old Honda. It's old. It's hold that. But
that's what we love.
Would you prefer driving a new car?
No.
I say,
do they feel more exciting than an old car?
No,
I feel that new cars they lack character.
Yeah, they do.
Look at the new Supra. It's just
it's
a BMW.
But you can't say that the Bath doesn't have character. That's got a lot of character. That's probably one of the new cars that actually has got a lot of feeling character to it.
But if you look at older cars now, and in general, you look at older cars, but we like the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. Best era.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
best era of car.
They are fantastic. Like even the what's it called? The Sierra Cosworth that I drove. I mean that car.
Did you give it back?
Yeah, just about. I did. Yeah, no, I mean, again, it was great to drive. Sounded wicked, but it's an old car. It's like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but the money, it's the money to the enjoyment factor. That's the difference. It's like there's nothing wrong with the car, except the price is wild for the car.
Same with the Renault 5 GT Turbo.
Yeah.
That's like a 22 grand car. Look how horrible it felt when we took it out and drove it.
Yeah, but that was slammed on its arse.
But the thing is, cars back then, that's how they were. This is the thing.
That's fine, but the money is crazy.
Yeah, but money on things is ridiculous now.
That's the problem.
With new cars, and I've experienced it recently, like Mini Countryman John Cooper Works, right? I drove that to work for an MOT and everything else, right? Loved it. A daily would be perfect.
Yeah.
Like that is a perfect daily because you don't have to have feel or character in a car that you're going to daily, right?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
So I like the excitement of my Honda, and I like going around the track crazy. And it would actually piss me off having traction control that you can't turn off, stability control that you can't turn off on track.
Yeah, of course.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
So like for a daily car. New car all day long.
Yeah.
That's for having fun. If you want to have fun or a weekend car, get an old car.
I think that's the problem. Is all the cars we loved, that we really love, are not dailies.
No.
They could never be dailies. Like your Integrale could never be a daily. You know, your Honda's just about. Your Honda,
No, it's not.
It's not. He's had a few issues. He's had a few issues.
It's as close to a daily, modded daily as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But even that, like even your Bath, it's like once you get to a certain point. But they're not. That's not even an old car. But you know, the
Once
cars
you start
we love,
modifying it to a certain extent.
That the Sierra could never be a daily. An R34 couldn't be. Forget the bloody Evo. Man, that will ruin your life if you tried to daily that. Just the clutch on that.
I don't understand why people daily Fiat Coupes.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think that's incredible.
That's nuts.
That's
nuts.
I've daily driven a few of them. They've been
Back then, though, now
they're older than they were.
Yeah.
They're getting older and older, and it's like, people still daily. But
you think you were dailying it 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
And what about now?
Yeah, it is mad. I mean, but these are the things. Like the cars we love genuinely aren't daily worthy anymore. So this is where the problem comes for me, is that it's a lot of money for something you can't drive every day. If you're going to sit on it and it's going to appreciate value and use it as an asset, fair enough, but I just can't justify. I love a GTR. I'd love a GTR. It's like up there, one of the top cars, but
I couldn't justify spending
I couldn't
that
spend
kind
it.
of money on an Integrale.
I couldn't spend
today.
150 grand on
I
a.
wouldn't spend that money on an Integrale. Not today.
Yeah,
I was just fortunate, lucky enough to buy it back in the day before
when the prices were low.
Yeah, I would never be able to afford one now anyway.
The problem is, even if you did, like, look how scared you are to drive the Integrale.
Yeah, I know.
You can't have fun in
It's
it.
ruined it for me.
He's not.
It's ruined it for me.
It's ruined it. That's the
has.
problem. Like,
He's stuck in limbo because he now knows if he drives it, obviously
I did
gets
use it
dirty and
quite
stuff like
a
that.
bit, though.
But if he leaves it sat, what happens?
It's going to break.
it's going to break. It'll break if you drive it.
I
Break if you
said
leave
this
it.
last time. I still got to take the turbo back off
Hey,
that.
I still
Why?
do. I've
Because
used
of
it
the
this
water.
year more than anything, more than
Yeah,
I have done.
you have.
Yeah. No, you have done. You've
But
used it quite a bit.
Let's say, like, if you paid £150,000 for an R34 GTR, you would not want to rip that on a track. You would not want to rip that anywhere. You'd be terrified to park it outside your house.
You could take the Integrale on track.
It would break.
Right, hang on.
It would break.
Hear me out.
100%.
Hear me out, right? Because first of all, track is normally quite clean.
Yeah.
Like, unless you go off, like, there's no dirt on the track.
Right,
There's
it'll
no
break.
dust on
And
it.
it's four-wheel drive. It'd be fine.
It's all, yeah. I mean,
That will break.
like the car itself,
The wear and tear.
It
the
would just
car
break.
itself would take it.
It would
be
do, because
fine.
I'd go around it at 30 miles an
I don't
hour.
think
He
it
would. He would. He'd be the slowest person. on track.
You wouldn't have to go around it fast. You just have to keep up with traffic.
Yeah.
I think
So-
the day you take that on a track, because it's been driven so gently for its most part of its life that you've owned it,
I'll experience bottom end knock.
the minute you take,
100%,
the minute
that
you
engine,
floor that,
100%.
it's going to just say, nope, I'm not having any
But
of
you
this.
could. But you could.
You
Is
could.
what I'm saying.
You could.
definitely take it on track, and it wouldn't have a problem unless you really hit on it.
But then this is the thing: if
I'll
you
bring
do
it
break
down.
it, if you do break it, now your non-restored Integrale has a blown-up gearbox and transmission or whatever or diff.
That's only if he misshifts or.
But if it breaks, that's what I'm
The
saying.
money
This is the
shift.
risk now. It's
Yeah.
such an expensive. Like, if it does
Yeah.
break, you're really like.
So
I think what he's trying to
put in there
I think-
with Integrale engine in it. We'll whip it out of there.
exactly,
I
yeah.
think what he's trying to get at is it will be on his mind around the whole freaking track.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
break? What's this going to break?
So-
and it ruins it. It
What
ruins
are
it.
we going
I'll
to
tell
take
you
on
what.
track then?
Jolly bus.
Jolly
No,
bus,
you can't
yeah.
take it on track.
What?
Yeah, you can. Put a coupe,
You
put a
can't.
coupe
It's,
engine in
Not
there.
allowed.
7-seater. You can't. You
Really?
can't take it on.
You're not
Well, not Bedford anyway.
Oh, really?
Well,
No,
take
that was a rule.
take two of the seats out there, Paul.
What's it called? Take it to
The two
Nürburgring.
seats in the back come out.
Nürburgring.
Take them out. It's not 7 seats.
Yeah, Nürburgring.
Nürburgring.
No, you're not allowed MPVs and SUVs on track.
Right.
No,
I'm
but-
sure because of the weight and stuff.
Yeah, one of the drivers there who taught me how to take that track. He come on in his BMW electric car. Mate, this thing was moving faster than some of the sports cars on there, right? He got kicked up because you can't have that on there. Oh, okay.
Too
cool.
fast.
Electric.
Yeah,
See,
but
this
it was
is
fast,
do
man.
we see this
It
as
was
decline of the ice
Driving
section
an
now?
electric car is like having a wank with a condom on.
Well, we can't put that in there. The camera's just going on.
Cameras done something.
Are we wrapping this up soon?
At some point.
Yeah, we'll wrap up.
So-
But no, I want to know what people are going to take on track. Because
I think.
my car's sorted. Oh, well, kind of.
Stelvio, then I'll take my Stelvio.
Do you know what I think?
Can't.
Do you know what I
Oh,
think?
you can't.
Too big.
Really?
Too big.
It's not an MPV though. It's not a
No, it's an
7-seater.
SUV.
Can't you take an SUV on?
No.
I want to take the edge off.
Going back to the question at hand. Do we? What do you think is going to happen to the internal combustion engine?
It'll be around forever.
Yeah, it's going to be around.
Yeah.
Electric has its place, but it's not a replacement for everything. It can't be.
I agree. Electric cars are fast, blah blah. And in certain circumstances, yes, okay, they may be beneficial to certain people. Like the miles I do, electric car, never.
Well, that's why they're sort of put in the back seat to the whole electric car thing.
Yeah, they are.
They're investigating
look at
hydrogen
Vauxhall.
engines.
Vauxhall's closing now because of the government and this whole, you've got to go freaking electric, blah, blah, blah. Now we've got loads of people...
Well, Vauxhall's owned by Stellantis, isn't it? It's owned by Peugeot.
I say we go back to the days of horse and cart.
Yeah.
Just have a horse.
Skateboards.
Nah, they'd have to shoot me to stop driving the petrol car.
Yeah, I would always drive petrol.
I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I think because all the companies are U-turning on it now, and the main reason that all the companies are now, because most of the companies were like, by 2025 we're going to stop doing all. A lot of companies were saying that, and now with 2025 is around the corner, and a lot of them have U-turned. Renault have U-turned. I know Mercedes are going back to making V8s again. They were going to do no more V8s. They're going to make V8. They're going to make V8s again. A lot of companies
because they stopped, did they?
They did stop because all the new 63s were the 4-banger.
Yeah.
The 4-banger A45 engine with a hybrid system. Anyway, the biggest problem with electric cars is there is no resale value. And remember, all these companies, they can sell a car, especially with everyone buying everything on PCP, they can sell a car 3 or 4 times over. They sell it on PCP brand new, comes back 4 years later, sell it used approved, comes back again on finance, comes back 4 years, 5 years later, and then sold again, as a older used approved. So they can sell that car 3 times over. They can't do electric cars because the cost of replacing the batteries only last about 8 to 10 years of good value. It just writes off the price of the car. So these companies just can't be bothered, and they realise that now. And there's not much aftermarket for parts because they don't use much parts.
Speaking of engines and stuff, Volkswagen on December the 12th made their last VR6 engine. Their last one. That was it. Done.
And it's all because of emissions.
Yeah, 1.8 million. I think it's probably more than that, but units, and they've stopped it now.
Does that mean they're going to stop making the W12?
Who knows? But the VR6 has definitely stopped. Yeah. They, I mean, it's rare. It was rare when they did.
Last time, was it the photo?
Did they put a Bentley?
Bentley, yeah, I suppose it is.
I think they put it into a Bentley, didn't they?
Yeah. But
because there's a W.
Big engines.
They won't get rid of petrol. It will carry on. But
the argument I've got as well is: do you really think the people that control the world, like the oil companies and stuff like that, are going to allow petrol just to die off?
Ooh. Right. Yeah. No, they won't. Something else, right? If you're buying a new car, do you know how much tax you got to pay on the first year?
Oh. It's crazy now.
5+ grand.
Yeah. And that's on the Stelvio.
Yeah,
Stelvio's part of that.
It is, the Stelvio. So if your car...
I'm not buying another Stelvio.
If your car
brand new,
emits
you buy it second hand, it's alright.
If your car emits over 225 or 255 kilograms per mile, or whatever it is, grams per mile, they are taxing it £5,400 for the first year, and then it goes down.
Is that just here in England?
That's obviously.
Yes,
obviously they're going to.
So the Audi, all the V10s and stuff like that, you're being stung.
Yeah. What else does this government?
Well, you'll be taxed for farting soon.
There's a Volkswagen 3-litre diesel that's big has to pay it as well.
But the car manufacturers will just react. They'll react to that and make.
They'll just cheat the.
They'll cheat it with
the emissions again.
Well, all the hybrid systems is a good get around. I mean, that's why there's loads of cars that are like big litre car or big power cars that can drive in London in congestion charge.
Yeah, look at all these Ferraris and Lambos.
Yeah, because it's all like little hybrid systems and they get away with it. But yeah,
government's ruined it. It's just like
they ruin our lives, man.
Yeah.
Let's move to Italy, man. Italians don't care, do they? Like, they just want cars on the road. Let's all move to Italy. Let's just move Autosportivo to Italy.
Would it work?
Yeah, man.
He'd get hate though because he already gets hate for being Autosportivo. It should be Autosportiva.
Yeah.
So in Italy, he gets lynched.
I get told off with the name.
It's Autosportiva.
Yeah, we know, but it just sounds better. And we're in England.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So do that. But we can change the name.
Never mind.
But yeah, all right.
We done
at the end.
Can't think.
Yeah. We'll be here for
probably nobody watching now.
Well, I want to go to the pub. So let's go pub.
What time is it?
See you later.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank
Merry
you
Christmas,
to all
guys.
our customers who have supported us.
And subscribers and viewers.
I'm getting there.
We're all getting there.
Yeah.
Next year's going to be peak.
Yeah.
Watch it.
And you lot need to let us know what you guys actually want us to do. And you turn this up.
We want you to... What? As in, what? Can it
well,
be
we want
something rude?
Well, no. We're a car-related channel. Needs to be car-related, preferably Italian. What do people want to see us do?
The only thing I'm annoyed about
what do they want to see more of?
I wanted to do a road trip this year. It never happened.
Yeah.
Like that road trip.
Do it.
I know it ended up bad, but it was so much fun, wasn't it?
Which one? The
Island.
What about the one we went up to, which we lost the footage? The lost road, the lost tapes, the tattoo tapes.
Yeah.
We need to do another one. We need to get up.
We're sorry, Stephen G.
Stephen, he's a legend.
Stephen,
He's a proper supporter.
He's our number one.
We'll have to pop. We'll have to pop down there again.
He's my number one fan as well.
Yeah, because JP needs a tattoo and
I don't.
Yeah, we need to do.
I don't need a tattoo.
You do. You need one, and I haven't got one yet. So
Yeah.
there's a reason to go.
We are doing a road trip next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mum's got a chalet in Hemsby, so we can stay there.
Yeah.
And then go over there. It's just down the road. So.
Italy. Let's go to Italy. We've got.
No, JT can't get a tattoo in Italy.
He's got no passport.
He's not registered.
Every week we ask for a GoFundMe page for a new red suit. This week, guys, it's a passport for JP.
I don't need to get a passport. I'm going abroad next year. So
How did you get to the Isle of Wight without a passport? Do you need one? I'm joking.
It's because I come on a boat. That's what he's on about.
Did you see any people on a boat when you were going across?
No, just the fridge door.
Oh, thank you everybody for watching.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
And I'm going to go see how that Christmas tree we dug up from last year's doing.
Did you replant it?
Yeah, it's in my front garden, my new house.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We need to because it's not grown.
It hasn't grown.
It hasn't.
You'll have to show these guys a short when you're at home.
I will. I'll do it and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So you can post it.
Show us the tree. They decorate it. It's about the outside life.
Get your kids to decorate.
No, I've done the decoration in there.
Okay, put it back on.
Oh yeah, thanks Dan.
Yeah, that's right.
Well done, Dan. Very Christmassy.
I turned up to work one morning, I saw that and I was like...
Humbug.
No, I am. He's not.
I
He
put
come in
Christmas
this morning.
tunes on this morning and he was humbugging it.
I'll show you the voice.
Is that your favourite Christmas sweet? Sweet mint humbug?
No, do you know what? Someone gave me a mint humbug the other day. It says cheer up. Wow. Thanks.
Genius.
That was brilliant, yeah.
Right.
So anyway.
Let's go because this
See you
podcast
later.
has been going on for I don't know how long.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, baby.
3 hours later.